Hey, what is going on, freedom fighters? Welcome back to another Break the Chains Media broadcast here on Thursday, November the 13th, 2025. What am I doing here on a Thursday, you ask? Well, it's because I missed yesterday. I had a lot of stuff going on yesterday. One thing led to another. I was running errands, and next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock, and I'm just like, you know what? Not going to try to worry about jamming in a live stream. I'll kick it to the next day. And that's exactly what I did. I spent a lot of time editing, making some other videos, doing some content. I got some great stuff working behind the scenes as far as Break the Chains media content goes. So keep a lookout for that. If you haven't yet and you want to check that out, you got to hit that follow button. You got to hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends and family if you want to spread awareness, spread knowledge about Colorado politics, news, culture, everything and anything to do with not only Colorado, but this nation as a whole. And on today's broadcast, we are going to be talking about Brittany Pettersen, the representative for Colorado District 7, and her ties to AIPAC. And I know it's not that shocking because 400 of our Congress people at least have been tied to AIPAC at some degree, but it's just a little slice into the pie, and it brings the information back home to Colorado to see how she legislates and who she's tied to, and then you can take that information as ever you'd like, and then bring that to your other friends and family. Right? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about this current trend right now. Apparently. The whole Trump train has just completely fallen off the rails. We have just completely shit the bed as far as a cohesive MAGA GOP conservative movement, whatever have you. And I don't know if you guys have seen the diversity of thought pattern where you have the right and then you have the left, and the left is all coalesced into one centered mass, and the right has a much broader span of differing opinions and ideas. Well, that might be one of our detriments, one of our Achilles heels, as it were, when it comes to promoting platforms and ideas and coalescing around common goals and strategies. So, we're seeing this on a local level. We're seeing it on a national level. We're seeing infighting with podcasters, media personalities. We're seeing lawfare. The last broadcast, I talked about Elijah Schaffer being sued by the FBI. Or not, excuse me, not being sued by the FBI, being sued by the FBI's director's girlfriend. Excuse me. But you see where I'm going with this? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to touch base on that, and then we're going to bring it home because someone's poisoned the water hole, as it were, here in the Mile High City, the Wild West of Colorado, and we've got some things going on here in this political atmosphere, at least with conservative GOP campaigns and districts, what have you. There's infighting going on, and I'm sick and fucking tired of it. So we're going to get into all that. The MAGA versus FAFO, and my whole thoughts on maybe we start a FAFO movement, and it's not the FAFO as the colloquial term of FAFO. It is Focus America First Only, that kind of FAFO. So we might need a new FAFO movement. So we're going to get into all that. But if you first time joining Break the Chains Media, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. We do live streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays here on Rumble, X, and YouTube. And you can also find me at breakthechains.media. That is the website. That is the landing page. And you can pick up a bottle of Rum Walker hot sauce to support the channel here. And you can pick up some holiday goods, some holiday goodies. Travel the 9 realms of Norse mythology. Reach out and get yourself a bottle of Rum Walker hot sauce. And then we got the Chainsaw Caucus. We got to run in the Chainsaw Caucus. Rev up them chainsaws. Because the Chainsaw Caucus is cutting through bureaucracy, bloat, and corruption. If you want limited government, if you want maximum liberty and limited government, the Chainsaw Caucus is a caucus for you. For a suggested donation of $10 a month helps our efforts, helps the efforts of Chainsaw, helps the efforts of Break the Chains Media. The link is in the description below. The tiny URL is pinned in the comment down below there, so check it out. Become a member, $10 a month. It's excellent. Use my affiliate link in the comment section below. But yeah, with that being said, without any further ado, we're going to get right into it. Hopefully the audio is good. I feel like it's actually louder today, and I don't know why. So I'm going to try to let's see if I can fix this. Check. Hey, check. It's like very loud. And I'm trying to not make it loud, but it looks a little strange. But hey, whatever. We're going to go with it. We're going to roll with it. As long as the audio is okay. That's one of my biggest things when we're running with videos is if the audio is messed up, I have a hard time listening. So audio is super important to me. And if I can't leisurely listen to someone, screw it. Get it over with. But yes, without further ado, we are getting right into it. I want to start with the Brittany Pettersen grift with AIPAC here. So from David Gornosky, he posted this a few days ago, but we're gonna watch this video here, and I highly recommend checking it out because I mean it just gives you an example of the kind of politician that says one thing and legislates another, or as long as it follows the money, right? Everyone has got to follow the money. So we are gonna check this out here. Surprise, surprise, baby prop Barbie is funded by AIPAC. Now, her district, CD7 here in Colorado, along with most of Colorado, has been eroded away and infected by social decay. Let's elect her out of office. Let's take a listen here.
Hi, my name's Brittany Pettersen. I'm running for Congress here in Colorado. I'm so grateful to have the support of AIPAC.
Oh. She has the support of AIPAC. And it's a nice cut. Of all of the decay and all of the erosion that's happening in her district and in her area. Hey, what's up, my man? Appreciate you. Oh, look at that. You got Black Rock.
Hi, my name is Brittany Pettersen, and I represent the 7th Congressional District in Colorado. And I am thrilled to be here in Israel on a trip and making sure that Israel is always supported. They're a critical partner in the Middle East. They're a thriving democracy, and I promise I will always stand alongside you. And for all of the parents here, we know
she drags her baby in.
When we have
meanwhile,
newborns,
babies are being blown apart in Gaza.
When they're the most vulnerable in their life. It's when they need 24/7 care. When taking them even to a grocery store is scary because you're worried about exposure to germs.
Right. Yeah. I mean, for real though, this one right here, the fact that she can stand there with her child in the United States Capitol and make a prop, make a public display of her as a mother and having a child. Meanwhile, she's supporting and working with and funding through AIPAC and this whole Israel lobby into Gaza and the destruction of women and children, completely eradicated all of the Gaza Strip. I mean, the hypocrisy is lathered on so thick. It is disgusting. Hey, what is going on, Forrest Mommy? Appreciate you in the chat. Thank you for jumping in. Yeah, so I think and Brittany Pettersen is just an example. Brittany Pettersen is just an example of the multiple hundreds of elected officials who have been propped up and sponsored by and funded through AIPAC and their interests. And how many people have to go kiss the wall or go show up in Israel and, show their support for our greatest ally in the Middle East when our greatest ally is literally turning cities into parking lots, destroying and eroding. This isn't the type of ally I would really like to be aligning with, to say it lightly. It is frustrating, and like I'm definitely not one of these free Palestine people, but this is not diplomacy, right? And then the whole Netanyahu. I mean, Netanyahu is just garbage, and then that trickles into how Donald Trump is literally just he's petitioning. He's petitioning one of the people in Gaza to drop the charges against Netanyahu for something. I just saw the article. But this is the kind of government that I do not want. I do not want a government that is compromised by foreign interests, foreign funding, foreign money. I do not want a politician that has ties and allegiances to other people and other interests outside of the electoral base in which they're intended to represent. Right? Can we all agree to that? Thumbs up in the chat for that, right? Yeah, Brittany Pettersen is a scumbag. Still for 84. I didn't like her when I did my research when she was running, but bringing your baby in as a prop is just so cringe. I mean, it is. There's a special place for people who use their child as a political prop. There is a special place for people that do this kind of evil projection behavior, this sympathy vote, this pity party that Brittany Pettersen's trying to run on. Who does she think we are, right? Who does she really think we are? I have to turn off my phone because I forgot to do it. Okay, everything's fine. We're in live. We're doing this live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. That's what happens here on Break the Chains Media. Welcome. Appreciate everyone here. Hello. Moving right along. I'm going to try to be a little bit quicker here. But this is important, right? Stuff like this is important. I want to get it out there. Like I said, I wanted to do the live stream yesterday. Didn't really get around to it, but here we are. We are doing another one right now. We're going to do strictly business on this next one here. This is absolutely unacceptable. This right here. Jimmy Sengenberger. Jimmy Sengenberger on X. This is absolutely unacceptable. Selling low and owing big, Jeffco Schools Colorado will unload Emory Elementary for $4 million, the estimated value of $12 million, so that Lakewood government can flip it into a non-profit organization as its $65 million deficit looms. This is not the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. This has been happening across Jefferson County, arguably across the state of Colorado. They are closing down schools and then converting them into government or some sort of government institution or public program or even public housing, right? This is what they've been doing. In January 2024, Jeffco quietly created the municipal interest to carve out giving cities and counties first dibs on closed schools. No competitive building. Wow. I'm trying to record, but let's try this one more time. In January 2024, the Jeffco County, every time, folks, it is real. I don't know if you've ever done video work like this, but I can live stream and just bullshit and just have a conversation. But as soon as I press the motherfucking record button over there, suddenly my brain goes into fucking Spurg mode and I don't, I can't fucking get it right. All right. You're with me. It's real time. We're happening. All right. Stop the hammering. I'm just kidding. You understand? Do you guys know the reference? Who's hammering over there? Fucking Billy, what is it? Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann's burst out that he did. Or Keith Olbermann lost his shit, and then Brian Griffin lost his shit as a joke. Anyways, here we go. In January 2024, Jeffco quietly created a municipal interest carve-out, giving cities and the county first dibs on closed schools. No competitive bidding, no community input. Everyone else gets cut out. As Jeffco School Board prepares to approve Emory's sale at a bargain price, the one question looms: how many other properties are they doing this with? That's the real question, folks. This is an op-ed written by Jimmy. Excellent. Highly recommend. Totally checking out on my X page. You can also follow Jimmy. He does op-ed pieces, columnists for the Gazette, the Denver Gazette. But this is just one of the pictures. But I mean, this is prime example on how governments siphon and close off public input, close off the community involvement in their government big brother, big budget plans. They want your money, but they don't want your input. They want you to pay them more money, but they don't want your input on what they do with that money. They just say, give me more money, please. Money, please. But we know what's best. We know how to spend it, right? We know what's best and how to use your money. Don't tell us how to use it. Just give it to us and trust us. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's absolute horseshit. There we go. That was a good recording. That was a good recording. But yeah, definitely keep your eyes on this, because it's not going to be the last time that this happens. But very interesting to say the least. Oh yeah, then this is apparently, allegedly, this is an older 2014 Indiegogo campaign. But I posted this. I said it was anti-rape underwear. Allegedly, that was being sold in Europe. Lost my mind over. I was like, what kind of world and society do we have to live in that we have to sell anti-rape underwear? Like, maybe we should focus on changing the culture. Maybe we should focus on the problems rather than putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Let's figure out the problems and why women feel like it's necessary to wear anti-rape underwear. That's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Regardless of it happening recent or happening years past, tells you it's arguably worse that they were crowdfunding this a decade ago. Because that's telling me that a decade ago, this was a problem, and it's only been getting worse, right? That's the real reality. Okay, we're rolling right through this. Where are we at right now? We're at 20 minutes. We're doing all right. We're doing good. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTube. Hello, X. Hello, Rumble. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this video, because that's the American thing. That is the most American thing you could do today, is to share this video. Because I'll tell you what, the X algorithm is really kicking my ass these last couple weeks. I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of update they've been doing, but I'm over it. But here we go. This is gonna be a good one. Because this it needs to be said, right? It needs to be said. I have to get just the right framing. Okay. Check it out. Hold that thought. Actually, Gandalf, I need you to keep him busy. Gandalf keeping y'all attention. I know. I think I'm gonna get some more. You guys, what other sound bits should I get for the live stream? Because I like Gandalf. I've got a couple other like movie clips that I'm gonna be throwing in here. I think they're gonna be funny. But I do want some more Lord of the Rings clips and some more video game clips. You let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat right now. What would you like to hear as a soundbite? Let me know what kind of sound bites you want to hear, because I want to add to my library. I got a big old soundboard over here, and I got a bunch of buttons that need to be used. Anyways, let's get into it. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't black-pilled. I'm not black-pilled, but I'm being real with you. Okay? The MAGA movement, make America great again, might not be, more like Band-Aid over an axe wound. Yes, I see that. Your little, yes. Make America great again, right? We've got to make America great again. We'll stand closed borders. Everything I promised over the entire campaign trail has gone to absolute dog shit. I assure you. I get elected, and then everything I do, I don't do. I'm actually gonna be completely honest with you. Everything I said was a lie. This is the behavior of a typical politician, and I absolutely hate it. And like I said, I am not being blackpilled. I'm not blackpilled. I'm not a doomer. But you know what? Maybe this might be a little bit of a doomer stream. But I'm going to be real with you. Because I am not alone in this. I am not alone in this conversation. Because there are many, many prominent individuals, media personalities, influencers, you name it, whatever you want to call them, on the internet right now, extremely upset with the Trump administration and how he's handling not just the government shutdown, because the government shutdown, that whole government shutdown thing, just a ruse, just politics as usual. But we're being real. Trump, the handling of the Epstein files was an absolute blunder, like the biggest of biggest red flags you can have right off the get-go, right? The fact that they said there's nothing in the Epstein files, and then they said the Epstein files don't exist, and then they said that it was a Democrat cover-up, right? Okay. Calling the Epstein files a Democrat cover-up when there's actually been reported criminal cases against Epstein, like this is not, you can't say that it's fucking just made up, right? Okay, Epstein files, great. He shit the bed on that. All right. Well, H-1B visas. All right, the whole conversation about the H-1B visas and bringing in over 500,000 Chinese nationals to fill our universities. Terrible idea, because how are we supposed to make America great again with Chinese nationals and H-1B visas? We need Americans getting funded through the schools. We need Americans working American jobs, not foreigners. How are we supposed to make America great again if we're not fostering a healthy environment for American citizens to gain upward mobility and to gain financial freedom and climb the ladder, so to speak, as it's always allegedly told us to do, climb that ladder, right? Well, Trump's shitting the bed on that, okay? The border and the whole ICE detaining thing. I mean, like, there's a whole visual display, that's it's a visceral reaction from the left when we see these ICE deportations and these people show up in unmarked vehicles, wrap up a couple illegals and throw them in the back of cars. Very, like, extremely horrible optics. Like, Obama was the deporter in chief. He booted out millions of fucking illegals, but no one batted an eye because there were no optics. Nothing was being so visibly put on display to create divisiveness in the public square, in the public conversation. So I think we need to deport lots and lots and lots of more people, but the way and the path in which they're trying to do it and which they're achieving, totally not the right way. Okay. Anyways, so wrapping all this point up, this is all not looking good for the Trump administration. Coming into the midterms, we are 1 year away from the midterms, and the GOP and the MAGA movement and the entire conservative establishment is infighting with each other over this idea, over this identity politic, over purity tests, narrative-driven fiasco bullshit happening on a national scale as well as a local scale. And if anyone in the chat, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what's going on in the local liberty communities, the local freedom first communities, okay? These local chapters and groups and activists that are well-intentioned and they have well-meaning and well-purpose, but then somebody, something, some fish out of water, some stumpy looking bozo shows up and starts stirring the pot and flinging shit around and hitting everybody, everyone in his vicinity. I don't need it. Calling out threats, harassments, phone calls, deplatforming, blocking, all this shit. No one needs it. How are we supposed to fight against the progressive left? How are we supposed to fight against this Marxist takeover, this cultural Marxist communist takeover that's happening in our country right now? A color revolution that's being funded and operated through the Democrat arm of the government. The GOP are weak and they let it happen. And I'm sick and fucking tired of it. So, what's my solution? This is my solution. The truth is, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but MAGA is dead. And if it's not dead, it's definitely on its deathbed. Because, think about it, folks. Everyone associates MAGA with Trump. Trump's last term. We have 3 years left of a Trump presidency. MAGA, the concept, is Trump. If Trump is no longer a president, if Trump no longer operates within the realm of politics, the MAGA fan base cult follow Trump. If Trump is not going to be the leader of the Republican Party anymore, and I genuinely don't think he will be, who will be? And what will be that movement? We can't keep riding this celebrity worship of a person to come save us. So, my proposition is this. MAGA's dead. We are now the FAFO movement. Focus America first only. Thank you. Thank you. Focus America first only. Our government has failed us, and it is up to us. It is up to we the people to set it right. What kind of policies would you like to see in the FAFO movement? I've got a few. We need to gut the bureaucracy. No more red tape. Total election overhaul. We're talking paper ballots, in-person voting, no mail-in, same day, national holiday, hand counted, right? That's the kind of overhaul we need. We need to end all failed and abused government social programs. No more foreign wars. Bring our troops home. Stop sending all of our money. We have, 200 plus military bases around the world? Bring them all home. Bring that military budget down. Focus on defense spending here and preserving our nation, preserving our borders, right? Speaking of borders, defend the borders and deport all of the illegals. 10-year illegal moratorium. 10-year illegal immigrant moratorium. Deport them all. We need a 10-year illegal immigrant moratorium. Stop bringing people in. Figure out what's happening here. Focus on the public. Focus on American values. Focus on giving the American people the assistance and help that they need and make the government work for them, not for foreign interests, right? End the Federal Reserve. How many times do we have to say this? Ron Paul, back in the 2000s, and the Fed. Let's get that going. We got to lower interest rates and make housing and upward mobility and we need to lower interest rates. Make housing more affordable for young Americans. We have to do this. These are just some of my ideas. But in essence, there's a lot of things that need to happen here in America now. Stop focusing on celebrity worship. Stop focusing on somebody else coming to save us. No one else is coming, folks. Focus America first only, and you'll have victories. Focus on American citizens here and now. Make sure that the government is working for the people, not enslaving them. That's what I think we need to do, right? What else do we got? Oh yeah, we got this. I'm gonna touch on it because it all kind of ties into the whole larger conversation I'm having. Listen, Listen. In light of current national politics, when somebody posts a hit list or a targeted harassment campaign or a tactic campaign against not just people on social media, but representatives in our state house, that's crossing a line. Okay? Got a tickle in my nose. So Representative Brandy Bradley has been posting. She posted some of this, and I retweeted it. But hello. Appreciate you stopping in, Sherry. Thanks for jumping in. With Charlie Kirk's assassination that happened a month and a half ago, with the Minnesota representatives being attacked and killed in their homes by a lunatic wearing a mask, the behavior of certain individuals, who I will not name, on social media platforms is dangerous. It is reckless. We cannot allow for this. Having a social media presence and being able to get information out there is very important. And I want to make sure everyone understands I do not support, and I do not in any way, I do not support and I do not condone violence, and I do not condone political political targeting attacks and calculated assaults against anyone. Violence is not the answer, folks. Violence is not the answer. But when you get targeted harassment campaigns, doxing, and unsolicited phone calls from random numbers, and we're having an elected official having to post this kind of stuff, and basically saying, yeah, she's even saying it. I'm just gonna read Brandy's post here. We were all horrified by the shooting and the killing of Melissa Hortman, Minnesota rep, at her home in June, and I would say most Democrats that I know and every Republican I know was horrified at the killing of Charlie Kirk. Why are people not outraged that a Republican in person in my own party has added me to a hit list after stalking and harassing me since February? I'm calling on everyone I know to tell this individual to stop the behavior. I am just now hearing about a lot of this, right? And it's very sad to see a political party be torn apart from its inside, from within its own party. Why are we doing a circular firing squad? Why does the GOP always end up doing a circular firing squad and attacking one another when we should be focusing on the Marxist communists that are trying to instill a communist revolution here in America using socialism and voting proxies and this progressive legislative tactic? You can legislate your way into communism, but you definitely can't legislate your way out of it, right? Why aren't Republicans working together? One of the main proponents of this individual's thing was, we all got to work together. We all got to grab an oar and row, right? Well, infighting and being hostile and making veiled threats and harassment campaigns and using spoof accounts, sock accounts, puppet accounts, completely beyond the pale of any sort of reasonable political discourse and conversation. And it's happening in Colorado, but it's also happening nationwide with major podcasters, with the GOP national movement. MAGA's fractured. No, we're talking about Israel first. We're talking about America first. We're talking about H-1B visas and bringing in immigrants to fill colleges. So many different crazy platform policies that are just absolutely ridiculous. Like yes, these are all important things to talk about, but why don't we all understand that when you bring in foreigners, you are not making America first. When you bring in H-1B visas to take low-skilled jobs, you are not making America first. Right? What do we got here? It's fine. When you bring in low-skilled labor to fill H-1B visa slots, you are not making America first. When you are bringing in $600,000, when you are bringing in 600,000 Chinese nationals to fill universities, that's not making America first. When you're talking about 50-year mortgages to be a debt slave to the banks, you'll own nothing and be happy, that's not making America first. When you're taking foreign money, when you're being lobbied by foreign nationals, when you're being lobbied by our greatest ally, you're not making America first. And I'll stand by that. Focus America first only. FAFO. Get with it. Hey, Mile High motherfuckers. The same type of targeted attack is happening in Colorado, is also happening nationwide. Coincidence? Maybe. Calculated? Likely. Let's shut these GOP planted PSYOP grifters down. Owen Schroyer claims. Everyone's so distracted by high school lunchroom popularity contests, they can't even see that MAGA is crashing down all around them. And I stand by that. I agree with that. We're seeing a complete erosion from the inside out. Infighting. Circular firing squads. First rule of firearm safety, folks. Do you guys know what the first rule of firearm safety is? Never point your barrel at anything you don't intend to destroy. So why are all these GOP infighters? Why are all these GOP infighters pointing their guns at each other? Why are all these GOP groups and organizations pointing the barrels at one another when we should be focusing on the real enemy? We should be focusing on the progressive left pushing Marxism on us. We should be focusing on Marxism and this encroachment that's happening in America right now. We should be talking about the erosion of our entire governmental properties. Like we should be focusing on all that. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? No, and I'm just, I can keep going on, but I'm probably gonna be wrapping up here. It is 2:00. Wanted to make a little bit quicker stream. I know it's a little bit, heavy-handed with the passion, but that's what I am, folks. Gandalf, what do you got to say to the GOP grifters that are pointing their barrel at each other? I agree. We don't need to let this shit go on any longer. We don't need to see this GOP infighting continue. We're never going to see another election won if the GOP can't get their shit figured out. If we can't get our shit figured out, the Democrats are going to come back in the midterms. The Democrats are going to... It's wild. It's absolutely crazy. If the GOP doesn't get its shit figured out, if the GOP doesn't stop the circular firing squad that's happening right now, pointing their barrels at each other, rather than targeting the main enemy, the Democrats are going to win the midterms. They're going to take 2028 presidential election. They're going to completely expand the courts, destroy the filibuster, nuke everything from orbit, completely eviscerate our entire government property, our entire government apparatus, to make it their uniparty control. While the GOP sits on their fucking hands and says, man, we almost had him, right? We almost had it. I don't want to see that happen. I want to see a strong, healthy, and coordinated, conservative, limited government, maximum liberty, America first platform. I want to see this rise from the ashes of once was the feckless, spineless, Republican rhino neocon GOP. This is the kind of party that I want to see. I want to see a liberty first, America first, freedom first, focused on American prosperity, focused on American ingenuity, focusing on our economy, focus and protect our borders. This is the kind of America that I want to see. Fiscally conservative, limited government, maximum liberty. The GOP can't get it done, so we're going to FAFO. We're going to FAFO this. Focus America first only. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. I'm going to wrap up with these last little ones, then we'll let y'all go. Thank everyone for hanging out. Appreciate you. Hit that follow button. Hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate y'all being here. Apparently this is an important article because I saw it getting posted everywhere today on Twitter. But the bad mustache man likely had a micro penis and just one ball. Study from the New York Post. They wrote articles on this. These are the things these are the things they report on during the fall of an empire. As my voice cracks and I'm apparently going through puberty, but it's fine. I'm just a, mid 30-year-old man. It's okay, right? Everything's fine. But this is ridiculous, right? I also posted this. The stock market is propped up on a dozen tech companies passing around $7 trillion to each other. No wealth is actually being created. It's a bubble. When's it going to pop? Be prepared. Be aware. That's the kind of shit that's happening now. This is our economy, folks. Bunch of tech companies passing around the buck to each other. No worries. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Stouffer, I appreciate you, man. GG, welcome in the chat. Good to see you. No, it's good having everyone here. It really is. But no, I am going to be wrapping up though. But I do appreciate everyone in the chat. I know this was a Thursday. It's a little out of my normal. Streaming hours, but I figured since I missed yesterday, I might as well give you a little something today, a little something extra. But with that being said, we are wrapping up this live stream right now. We are wrapping up this kind of weekend or the week rundown. Put a pin in it because I got information. I got things coming for you down the pike. Hey, Sick of Shitty Gov. Don't know if you just got here, but I am doing I'm wrapping up the stream, so you're probably gonna have to do a DVR this, rewatch it. But I appreciate you jumping in. But I was mentioning really quickly, I've got some really cool productions, some video productions I'm working on. I'm working on some other shorter video format that I'm going to be posting on the channel as well. Posting some shorts on my Instagram. I've been working a lot with AI, and I know I'm going to get the haters. But I've been using AI a lot to make these, to make some videos. To do some video editing, I'm working with prompts, I'm working with angles. I'm like, I went to film school, guys. So like I enjoy this kind of, creative outlet, and it really just is enjoyable. And I know I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm just doing it because I can. And I think it's super interesting. I think it's super awesome. So with that being said, I do have some pretty cool videos that are going to be coming out in the works in the next couple weeks or so. Whether it's going to be an intro segment or opening segment, I'm thinking about doing like different segmented pieces in my live stream, and then individualizing and separating smaller movies as well. But yeah, with that being said, Yeah, sick of shitty gov. Thank you for jumping in. But we did talk about, the separation of politics, the whole collapse of the GOP, the whole collapse, what's happening locally, what's happening nationally, the whole MAGA movement. I will tell you right now, though, sick of shitty gov, and you can share this with all your friends. But if we think that MAGA is dead, if we think this whole the whole conservative base is dead, we need to focus on. No longer do we focus on a MAGA movement, and to be honest, I never really was a diehard MAGA guy, but I hate communists, so by default I'm siding with people who don't like communism, right? I think communism is the scourge of the world, right? Eradicated from society. It needs to be completely dissolved, destroyed, obliterated, right? But if MAGA is dying, I propose we start the FAFO movement. Focus America first only. Make sure that we invigorate America. We have America as a priority first. Focus America first only. Send it. Send it. Yeah, exactly. And when you watch the replay, you can see where I went with that. But with that being said, sick of shitty gov, you get the treasure chest, even though you showed up late. Appreciate you being here. I am going to jump over and I'm going to look and see who is streaming, who is live right now. Do we know if anyone live right now from the Discords? Do we know if Joey Cannoli's live? I see Viva Frey is live. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did want to talk about the solar flares. Shit. I'll make a separate solar flare video, but it's fine. Let's see. Yeah, if Joey's live, I'll let me look and see. Yeah, Joey Cannoli, but he's not live yet. He starts in 10 minutes. Starts in 10 minutes. Well, should I just hang out for 10 more minutes? 8 more minutes? Sure, I can do that, I guess. Joey Cannoli, go live right now. It's fine. Let's actually pull up the solar flare stuff, because I did want to talk about the solar flare. Solar flare, and then yeah, because we just had the massive Aurora Borealis, right? We had the Aurora Borealis across as far south as Florida, right? Wow, that's wild. Absolutely wild. I'm pulling up stuff now. So let's see. What else do I have? Maybe I can find it. Maybe I can find it over here. Yes. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was gonna get into. Yeah. Put that, yeah. Yeah. So check it out, bro. Check it out. So this was from Colorado. I gotta rep Colorado, right? So Aurora Borealis used from Colorado, from Poke Nation. Outstanding, incredible shots. Like, this is insane, right? And on that note, sick of shitty gov, I see that. I can see lights all over Nebraska sky. It was pretty cool, but I also think it's an omen of things to come. 100%. And I'm gonna be a little woo-woo. I'm gonna get a little woo-woo on you, but what is the Aurora Borealis? What is the solar flare? What is this energy that's entered our atmosphere, right? So X5.1 class eruption from sunspot AR 4274 is this year's most powerful solar flare, and the Earth is in its firing line. The sun unleashes the strongest solar flare of 2025, sparking radio blackouts across Africa and Europe. The X5.1 class eruption from sunspot AR 4274 is this year's most powerful solar flare, and Earth is in its firing line. If anyone saw the Aurora Borealis, anyone saw it, it went as far south as Texas and Florida. So, the sun's spectacular fashion this morning unleashed a major flare. Eruptions peaked at 5 a.m., which has been bursting with activity in recent days. Okay, we are just getting out of a solar minimum. I'm sorry, was it solar minimum? Solar maximum. Let me see. Yes. Yeah, it's every 11 years, but no, I don't want to see all this. Hold on. Okay, yeah, solar cycle 25. This was November 13th. The sun has officially reached the peak of its 11-year cycle. Okay. On October 15th, 2024, NASA and NOAA announced the sun had reached solar maximum, the peak of its 11-year cycle. So it reached its peak last year, so it's now waning, but we're just now witnessing a solar flare or a sunspot from this solar flare. So we are leaving solar cycle 25, and we are going to be entering a solar minimum by 2030, and then it's going to ramp up again by 2036, 2035. However, we are seeing right now very interesting geomagnetic activity, and it's affecting our Earth, it's affecting our planet, which is how we ended up getting these outstanding photos and these outstanding images from Colorado. Owen Schroyer posted. I mean, fantastic videos, or photos. Fantastic photos, but all of this is excited particles in the upper atmosphere, right? Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, excited particles in the upper atmosphere. Yeah, right? Yeah, you heard it. Excellent. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, no. But here's the thing. And if Gigi, if you were there, you understand, you know where I'm going with this, right? So here's my thought. The sun blasts these coronal mass ejections, these CMEs, these solar flares, out into the solar system, and then it hits the planets, right? And then this energy transfer comes through our geomagnetic field, through our atmosphere, and we are bioelectrical antennas, right? The human body is a bioelectrical antenna that sends and receives electromagnetic and frequencies that we might not even be able to necessarily perceive ourselves. However, we are entering this time, and this energy might actually genuinely, and this is my personal belief, these are my thoughts, total opinions. I'm not a scientist here, folks, but maybe, possibly, hypothetically, what if this energy that's being transmitted to us from these solar flares into our atmosphere, being excited and being seen as northern lights, this energy might be causing some sort of fundamental change in the human nature, in human nature, right? This energy might be affecting us on such a level that maybe this is why the GOP is infighting. Maybe this is why politics and human culture and human society as a whole just seems so divided and chaotic right now. Everything seems so amped up and vibrant and lit up, as it were. I mean, like, if this is an example, if this is a visual display of the energy that's being sent off from the sun into the earth, and then the humans are on this earth, what if this energy is causing human society and human cultures to possibly react in such unpredictable ways as circular firing squads, as infighting, as political, targeted attacks and assassinations and whatever have you. Like I'm getting a little esoteric here, but do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going? And trying to understand that, like, maybe humans need to take a step back. Humans need to take a beat and understand that we are on this ride. We are not we are the creators of our own universe. However, we are just a small fraction of the grand scale of what actually is this universe, right? We are a part of the game as much as we think we are the creators, right? Am I making any sense at all, or am I just rambling? I'm actually doing both, right? That's usually what happens on this live stream, but this is a very vivid, real representation of our human culture right now. The fire in the sky, right? Fire in the sky and fire in our bellies and in our eyes and in our hearts. We are charged up. We are electrically charged with this passion, with this energy, with this... we want to see the good in the world. We want to see the beauty in the world. We want to be a part and co-create this beautiful and amazing experience that we call life together. Well, I know one thing. That ain't never gonna happen if we let the communists fucking run things. Yeah. The sun is messing with our brains in the subconscious level. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's what I think. That's my opinion. Especially for undisciplined individuals that have no meaning, right? Like Antifa. No, and this is it, right? Like, imagine you are a radio. You're a radio antenna, and you're catching signals, right? What signal are you receiving through the static? What signal? What channel are you dialed into? And at a subconscious level, our brains, our bioelectrical bodies might be picking up on this cosmic energy that could be causing a cultural and social rift in society. But simultaneously, we can also use this, like a surfer uses the wave, like a guitarist uses this, like plays the strings. You can play a absolutely horrible song on a guitar. If you don't know the tuning, if you don't know the keys, if you don't know the chords, if you don't know the scaling. But if you know all of these things, and if you know how to do these things, and if you are educated in playing a guitar, or surfing, or skateboarding, or if you're educated in politics, civics, understanding that communism, socialism kills millions of people throughout the course of human history, understanding that individual rights are paramount, understanding that limited government is the best solution forward, understanding that the human individual is the highest form of government. If you aren't educated, and if you aren't aware, and if you aren't applying your knowledge while you receive these signals, while you receive this cosmic energy download, you could very well fall victim to becoming the infighting Antifa, the rock throwing, the quote unquote pipe bomb suspect. There's all of this division, all this circular firing squad infighting. You know, you could be the trans Tifa individual who is so mentally skewed in their brain that they can't see the forest for the trees. That kind of, you know what I'm saying? So, thanks for listening to me rant on a little esoteric angle, right? Maybe possible, but I have a brother that's been in crazy train for a while. Poison it. Oh yeah, poison. But this is just, yes, 100%. I'm totally not discrediting that. I think it comes on multiple fronts. We're being attacked in our water. Like, there's chemicals in the water. There's chemicals in the air. There's chemicals in the food. There's plastics in our food. The dumbing down of society, our education structure, the willful ignorance of the lack of education to make sure people are stupid because they don't get taught the right things in universities, in high school. You know, telling women that they can be the boss bitch until they're 35 and then raise a family when it's completely counterintuitive to their physical, biological clock. Right? It's been happening for decades. But I'm just saying on a maybe a little bit esoteric, a little bit larger level that, you know, when you take a step back and look at the sun and look at the moon and look at the stars and understand our place in the cosmos is so small. But what we do here has a great impact on our lives. And what we do here is and how we transfer that energy from the grand scale of things into our local lives makes the difference. Yes, we need to reinstate the Smith-Mundt Act. Abso-fucking-lutely. Cheers to that, dude. You get a treasure chest. 100%. Joey, are you live yet, bitch? Let's see. Oh, he's still being lazy. I'm trying to, you know, someone bark at Joey. Tell him to stream. I'm gonna message him right now. Hold on. I'm gonna message Joey right now. Let's see if he goes on. Let's see if we see him. But yeah, no, I appreciate everyone hanging out. I was gonna raid someone else, but yeah, no, that's my 2 cents on the whole solar flare thing. I mean, it was crazy, it was wild. We got a lot of data coming in from the sun. You see it all happening here. I mean, that's a huge solar flare. And the likelihood of us actually getting hit by it, I mean, we don't normally get, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that happens. We're talking, what was it? The Carrington event where all the telegraph lines caught on fire because of a CME. We could have witnessed a severe CME that could have disrupted our communications, radio, even to the extent of possibly the power grid. This is the kind of infrastructure updating that we need. This is the kind of American ingenuity that we should be focusing on. If you want American jobs, talk about an opportunity. Talk about an open field. The fact that we should be across the country securing our infrastructure, securing our facilities against extraterrestrial events. And I'm not talking about aliens, but I might be talking about aliens. But coronal mass ejection, I mean, like, we have to protect ourselves from comet impacts, space debris, whatever, the solar flare that has the potential that could have knocked out our whole power grid, right? Hardening infrastructure. That would be, hey, you can take it to the bank, folks. If and when I ever decide to run for office, my policy platform, one of my platforms would be to hardening infrastructure to protect ourselves from solar events and extraterrestrial threats. Non-alien extraterrestrial. I'm workshopping it. We're going to workshop that. But that would be part of my platform. I swear to God, if you don't get on right now, Joey, there he is. All right, thank God. All right, here we go. I got it now. All right, we will be wrapping up this live stream right now. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Appreciate everyone hanging out, being a part of the Break the Chains media movement. And, we're going to FAFO. Focus America First only. Hit the like button. Share this with your friends and family. Go check out the Chainsaw Caucus. Chainsaw Caucus is you got the affiliate link down in this down in the comment section, down in the box below. check out the pinned link down there. You can check out Realm Walker Hot Sauce at Realm Walker Hot Sauce on Instagram if you want to pick up a bottle of hot sauce. Support the channel, support Break the Chains Media. But with that being said, folks, we are going to swing over to Joey Cannoli. We are going to be rating the legend that is Joey Cannoli. So, without further ado, we'll see you next time. And keep a lookout on Break the Chains Media for updates, shorter videos, and all that fun stuff. So, appreciate you. Thank you. And as always, fight for freedom and never give up.